Okay, working on a BX 1500 Kubota drive shaft. It's the main drive shaft coming from the engine going to the back of the tractor. It is not fun to get that out. You're going to have to remove the deck. You cannot pull it from the bottom. You got to pull it from the top. You remove the top deck assembly, which includes removing your height adjustment knobs. And there's other knobs you got to remove in your gas pedal, fuel pedal, throttle pedal, whatever you, hydrostatic pedal, right? So you got to remove all that, get your pan off, right? And you got to remove the battery to do that also. But in rebuilding this, hopefully this will help some people out. Got a diagram here, okay? So this is our propeller shaft, the BX 1500, and you can see how this assembly goes together, and just there. Now I'm not sure if you have to remove the drive shaft completely to replace the fan. I don't know if you have enough room, but that fan, it's pretty tight. So what happened here, I had this sent in to change a shift fork, and in my prior video you saw the washer was dancing around on the drive shaft, and here's that washer. Well, guess what this washer goes to? Nothing. Somebody decided to throw the extra washer on the drive shaft so it could dance around. So that's why I'm where I'm at. Well, I did need to replace the boots, so my boots are shot, but you know, this is why I work on stuff. Because I'm so tired. You pay somebody $2,300 and lo and behold, where does this washer go, Bob? I don't know, it was on the desk over there. I'll just throw it on there because we're not sure. So it's not part of the assembly. So let me go through this. So I got an extra part. I got an extra washer when I got my tractor back. So the way this goes is you're going to have a retainer here. Let's get this here. You're going to have this clip here. Now this clip right here is going to engage in the end of your shaft here. Okay, right there. And that's going to hold this spline collar on. And then your washer is going to go against that spline collar, and your snap ring is going to fit inside the hub assembly here. See it? So the way this goes is there's a spring. Your spring goes in here. Okay, that's going to be full of grease. Okay. And then you put this shaft inside here with this whole assembly. There's little bearings that go in here. I'll explain that in a minute. But what holds this in is I seen a guy was trying to figure it out how to get it apart. You can't just pull these apart. You'll bust them. So you have the retaining washer here, and then you got your snap ring right here. See that? So there's your snap ring. Okay, so to disassemble this, the first thing you do is you remove your snap ring right there, okay, and then you can pull the shaft apart, and then you go into the end of the shaft, and you're going to remove this snap ring here, that small one, okay, and then you can remove this. Now this has got these little tiny bearings, so let me show you the parts in case you want to order this stuff. So these are the little bearings that fit inside that assembly there, that splined assembly, bearing assembly I'm going to call it. Okay, that's those. Now if you replace those, you have to have these little washers that sit up underneath those bearings inside this assembly. Okay, so the washers go in first, and then the bearing sits on top, and then you got to put it together without the bearings falling apart. This is going to be the part number for the retaining clip for the end of the propeller shaft, okay? And then this is the part number for the retaining clips, circlips, internal. And I don't know, we got an extra washer here. Yeah, here it is. Always buy extra because you never know if it's cheap. So there's your ball joint. So that's a ball joint there. Plate, ball joint, washer, retaining washer. So that's what was bouncing around on my shaft as just an extra part that somebody who reassembled it decided to just throw on the shaft. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. I was mad because he put the tractor together in a hurry, and he pinched a seal in the transmission, and he got the tractor all together, and I went to load it and it started leaking. So they had to do it again, right? Well, ain't my fault you're in a hurry and you pinched some seal in a transmission and it's leaking. So they had to do the job twice. So I don't know if that was a way of saying, screw you, I'll leave this washer on to make your life difficult, or it's just plain stupidity. I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you. I try not to be cynical. I'd rather say it's stupidity than to say it's, gotcha one. You know what I mean? Who knows? So, boots. I don't have the boot number, but Kubota can get you the boot number. My old boots look like this. See, so they weren't really protecting anything. So there's the old boot. They are the same for either side. Here's going to be the new boot. We're going to have one on the right side, one on the left. Obviously, here's the other side. That one's shot too. So, yeah, I probably could have crawled under here and pulled the boots off and checked the retainer and all that, but I knew I needed to replace the boots. And if you're going to replace the boots, come on, dude, this is like $75 worth of parts, including everything you see here with the boots and the bearings and the clips and retainers. Just do the whole thing. You got to take it apart anyway, right? So that's where we're at. Hopefully this helps some people out in doing this, but yeah, it's not a fun job. It's kind of a pain getting that pan off, that foot pan off that Kubota is kind of a pain in the ass, but there it is. If you got any questions on this, I'll try and answer them, but hopefully this helps somebody out, because I didn't see any other videos on redoing the propeller shaft, main one, on the Kubota BX 1500. All right, over and out.